Hey guys, so welcome to a Sunday edition for our Stocks by Request. And this is the first time that I'm doing something simulcast in both Facebook and YouTube. And it's it's been a very long day for me. We did our very first Stock Smarts Manila na live. So it was fun to do it once again in a classroom setting where we got to see all of the people, all of you guys ask live questions. So to everyone who joined us for our very first Stock Smarts edition na live under the new normal for 2021, thank you for joining. And I was a bit tired already from all of the action for the day, but I just realized that it's been part of my routine to do a lot of these videos. And if there's one thing that I do know from everything that I have been doing is I love doing my passion. I love doing what I love. I love investing, but above and beyond it, I also like sharing it to all of you guys as well. And I really do hope that whatever gets shared here is something that gives you massive value, and that's all I want. I just want you to get as much value as possible. So again, I'm excited because I haven't really done a simulcast when I do my live. This is my first time to do it in both Facebook and YouTube as well. So we have a lot of people joining us already. We have a lot of people from Facebook also. That's part of it. Then we have a lot of people also from YouTube. So unahin natin yung mga taga YouTube. You have Sirius asking for tech. Then you have Miro Nieva asking for BDO and GT Cap. Then you also have Sirius asking for Tesla, Dito, MM. Then you also have MY here. You have Manny Bondok who's joining us from YouTube. You have Jan asking for BSC and URC. Then you also have Lara Napa asking for nag-hi lang siya. Patrick Miguel. Patrick, ba't nasa Facebook ka? Wala ka sa YouTube? You have Jesse Bernales. Then you have G-San joining us. Then you also have uh, I am XT12. Hello to you. Then we have Brits Miller asking for BHI. Let's start maybe with the regular ones first. Let's start with MM. And for those who are joining us for the first time, please do note that we may analyze stocks here, but these are never stock picks. Don't just buy, sell, or avoid or transact just because it's talked about in YouTube. It's your money, it's your responsibility that you have to take the time to be able to build the skills that will help you grow your money in the stock market. And medyo gabi lang, no, but I just really wanted to make this video, even though I know most of the people who are watching are maybe asleep already. But let's do this. Let's go. If you're still awake, no, okay pa ka sa time na to, comment below and we're just gonna proceed to talk about it as well. So I want to start everything off with this since we have MerryMart included in what you guys have requested. I'll remove the Bollinger Bands first, no, because this is what we used during the seminar, and I'll put MACD in. So this is essentially the current path or trajectory of MerryMart. You have it, as you can see here, no, it's sandwiched between the 20-day moving average and it's sandwiched between the 50-day moving average. The current support right now is at the 6.4 level, and the current resistance right now is at the 7.29 level for the stock. So if you try to analyze it and look for its current path, if next week or tomorrow na pala it does not hold this 6.4 level, then you may possibly see MerryMart slide to the 5.7 level, that level which it was there around the end of December 2020. So let's see where it could possibly go. But tomorrow, the support at 6.4 is currently threatened. So it's been above the 6.4 level for more than a month. Let's see if the 50-day moving average will hold. And currently, no, it's still under, it's still sliding, brought about by the change in direction from MACD as well. So I want to note this also that over the past few, at least no Friday, no, we saw the markets massively go down. We saw a sell down in a lot of the large cap stocks, and that brought also the index down. And if you look at it, there has been a lot of stocks that have broke past certain support levels. There has been a lot of sell downs also in specific stocks. And I please do note that movements like that can cause people to be emotional, especially in the way that they would move and buy and sell in the markets. But if there's one thing that you need to know right now while you're watching this is try to separate as much emotions as you have, because the more emotional you are, the more decisions that you will make that are not rational, and the more mistakes that you could possibly make. So that being said, one way also for you is to look at who are certain stocks that, even though they have been sold down, they're now sitting at support levels, and watch out for as they hit certain support levels should they bounce. And one way also to put a slot into it is somehow check the RSI levels of the stock, that as you look and analyze the RSI levels of the stock, let's see if it's bouncing off RSI levels along with those support areas, because those could be measures that you could position in them and then buy as they start to bounce, then look for the first resistance and take profits off of that as well. Anyway, so that's what MerryMart is. Uh, si Clarence again is asking for Dito. We have Genevieve Rego from Facebook. Sabi niya, let's go. Laura Napa is asking for Meralco. So I think it's very relevant also to talk about Meralco today, given that we've seen Meralco also slide, no. And I know there are a lot of dividend investors who are after Meralco. And what's interesting about Meralco is, if you're into dividends, what's so interesting about that is your yield becomes higher as the stock gets lower. So as you can see right here, here's the massive sell down. But one thing that I'd like to reiterate to everyone is, given that the 20, the 50, and the 100-day moving averages are all bearish already, this all happened a few days even before this particular slide. So as you can see it right here, the 50-day moving average was already bearish around January 18. The 20-day moving average already started to break down also past the January 22 level. Then we saw the 100-day moving average break past that level or move bearish on January 25. Then it got culminated by the large drop that we saw last Friday. So that being said, if you'll try to look for the next possible support level, this is possible landing spots up, at least for Meralco. Allow me to fix my colors now, kasi during the stock smart session we used lighter colors. So these are the possible landing areas, at least for the short term for Meralco. That being said, by the time this video is being made and we're recording this, Meralco is currently already oversold. RSI though still hasn't shown us a cross up for Meralco as of this point in time. So there. So Meralco, as you can see also, the trend that started March, where we saw it start to massively move up from around 196 all the way to 315, is now broken. Uh, I thought, no, it would try to move sideways for a bit, but what's so interesting about it from a trend perspective is it's starting to push and move at this level. So watch the 258, 249 support level, because if those levels do not hold, then there's a possibility, there's a narrative that this entire trend reversal right here from something that moves up is something now that is shifting to what used to be an uptrend, is now looking to be something that's reversing into something that's more bearish. So again, the lower Meralco is, it's better for dividend investors because it increases your yield. But for people who are following the trend, it's very, very evident that Meralco has shifted from what used to be an uptrend into now is something that's breaking down, that may look like an even deeper downtrend if the 249.6 support level does not hold. So there. Some more greetings before we continue. We have Jesse Bernales for APL. Stacy asking for Puregold, Megaworld, and MerryMart. So we're done already with MM, and I need to write it down na para hindi madoble. We're done with MM and ano yun last one, Meralco. So let's continue with the other stocks. You have Jan Lemuel Melaya asking for Jollibee. Comment below if you ano gusto niyo unahin ko, Jollibee or ASEN. Comment what's more interesting for you to talk about, or I think even Pure Gold, Meg. So what do you like more? Pure Gold, Meg World. Pero Pure Gold, no, nag-post na ako ng I posted a static picture of it showing that it was in a downtrend. But if you guys want me to talk more about it, comment below. So either Pure Gold, Megaworld, Jollibee, or ASEN. I need my water break also. Okay, maybe puro pure gold na lang, and then if we can try to talk about all four, the even better. But sige, let's start with pure gold first. For pure gold, ayan, very, very evident no, that the stock is in a massive, very, very strong downtrend. If even you put MACD in it also, it's been pretty much there already since, if you look at it here, by the time it dipped the zero line cross somewhere around September. So right here, from a trend perspective, it has already been showing a more bearish sentiment as well. If you interlace the 20, the 50, the 100 and the 200-day moving average, it has been bearish already for quite some time. So the difference between pure gold and Meralco is that Meralco dips, it's not just that your upside, your margin for it go possibly going higher next time becomes bigger, but the dividends for Meralco becomes bigger. For pure gold naman, they give dividends, but it's not as big as compared to what Meralco is relatively giving. So I think in that regard, that's where a stark contrast is for those who want to buy a stock based on cash flow. Now, that being said, let's look for the possible retracement areas for where pure gold could possibly go. So this was the current support that it broke, no? So if you'll allow me to just plot certain levels and areas where it could possibly retrace, these are the areas and shots where it could go. So as of now, no, while we're making this video, pure gold is currently in a downtrend. 20, 50, 100, and 200-day moving averages as of now, they're relatively bearish. They're in a downtrend. Plus, it got accelerated also with the breakdown from the 37.56 support with the large red candle that was attached to it. So, uh, I think now for it to go back at least to escape this, you have to respect that this trend line has to be broken before we actually see it have a shot of reversing. So for those who are following the trend, it's quite clear that pure gold as of this point in time is relatively bearish. And if I'll try to add the RSI into it, this is it also shows now that it has dipped as well into oversold territories already. But uh, again, for those who attended their Stock Smart sessions, you do know that what we're looking for RSI is we really have to look for the cross up as the more important indicator to check if the stock is worth coming into or not. So we currently have no. It's nice to see no. Even at 11 p.m. on a Sunday, we have 616 people live. I think 400 plus in Facebook, 200 plus in YouTube, and it's nice to see a lot of people massively interested in the markets. So let's look at Megaworld, I guess. For Megaworld, this is how it looks. I'll put in MACD and I'll put in the RSI as well. So for Megaworld, this is how it looks. Also, you see this upward progression, which I think no is somehow following also the 20-day moving average. It got broken already, almost at the same area here. So whatever we're seeing right now is a progression because of its break of this upward path of it breaking the 20-day moving average and it following the change in direction that we're seeing right here. And also right here right now it's crossing below the zero line already for Megaworld. One thing that could possibly protect it is if the support right here at the 3.66 protects the stock and bounces off. So possible narrative is Megaworld. I need to rest my Megaworld bounces 3.68. Possible resistance is 4.31. If the 3.68 level does not hold, possible downside could be here at around the 3.47 mark. Although as of now, Megaworld is already sitting in oversold level. So comparing Meralco, which was sold down, large breakdown, Megaworld currently is holding its ground to the 3.68 level. Comparing Megaworld also to Pure Gold, which is in a downtrend, Megaworld, although the 20 and 50-day moving average is bearish, although the upward move that started in November has been broken, it's trying to consolidate a bit. So again, if it consolidates, possible area for it to go attack the 50, attack the 20, attack the 431. If that does not hold, possible area for it to go is a 3.47 mark. to as low as around the 3.15 level. But MACD as of now is bearish. RSI also as of now is bearish as well. Comment below if you're learning. Comment if this is something that is helping you. We have Mira Tabora joining us. We have I am asking for ACE and MM dito. We're done already with MM. Let's see if there's more requests for ACEN or Dito. Do you guys want AC or Dito? You have Chris Agri from Facebook asking for Mac. Please also comment now. For those who are not from YouTube, you do know that in YouTube we always ask for name, the stock that you want, and then what city are you guys from. I just want to build more and more. I just want to know the people who are following, and it's nice just to somehow build community and relationships with people that are online. And I think that's what makes this more fulfilling, that it's not just me um, investing in the markets on my own, but it's sharing my journey with you and what I do know, and then I really do hope that it helps you. Okay, another request for Jollibee. Hello, Maclater's Heart. You have Noel Estrada asking for Dito APLAR. You have Semigil asking for ASEN, daming request na ASEN. It's interesting to also look at no and talk about the stocks that aren't really talked about as much also. But sige, let's go first with AGI as well, si Malu. So for Malu, let's look at AGI first. This isn't are requested as much, no. So it's nice to also tackle stocks like this. So a couple of things. For AGI, I'll try to draw the resistance first. It's very clear that it has a resistance here. I'll try to draw a trend line and connect this together. So as you can see also last Friday, it sort of bounced no on a day where Meralco, Puregold got sold down, on a day where Ali also went down. Um, AGI, although it's below the 20 and 50-day moving average, bounced off this particular uptrend. And if you can see right here, for those who attended their stock smart sessions this weekend, you're seeing the RSI start to bounce and bounce off oversold levels. So a couple of things that are interesting for AGI is it bounced off the long-term uptrend. It's still, if I'll plot a shorter uptrend here, this push, which is being tracked by the 20-day moving average, is broken also. You also have this 20-day and 50-day moving average also start to cross down, but MACD already is bearish. So in terms of more bearish signals, MACD has crossed below the zero line. 20-day moving average blocked AGI right here at the 10 peso level. It also coincides where the 50-day level is. And if I'll plot this all together, you could actually put the support level and peg it at the 9.33 level. So a couple of things that protected AGI is support 9.33 level, uptrend, which also started August last year, is what's protecting it. So possible narrative, if it breaks past through the 20 and 50-day moving average, is it has a shot and a narrative to push higher to go over the 11 peso mark. So that's the possible progression of where it could go. Uh, Assuming that the 9.33 level would hold, that means that the uptrend that started in August is still intact, and that means the narrative over the short term is it consolidates and it protects it from falling right here. So if the 9.33 level does not hold, then there's a possibility that we may see it go lower. By the way, no, before I continue, I got a lot of questions about GameStop. If you guys have not seen my video on it, I can explain it also in this live video. Just put a comment below on GameStop, and then let's see if we can do more of it as well. Uh, Melito Likop is asking for LC. We also have Genevieve Riego who said green. I posted something on Twitter about green. No, that I mentioned that it was steadily in a massive, massive, massive uptrend of sorts. So this is the progression of green. And what's interesting about it is, isipin nyo to, it was it was around 0.78 centavos April 2020. Fast forward 9-10 months later, it's already at 2.8 pesos per share. So massive move up that has steadily and quietly gone up. It's just consolidating right now, trying to build the base with the 2.7 support level, and then you 3.23 resistance. So current consolidatory mode for it since the start of January, at around January 8th, has been 2.7 support, 3.22, 3.23 resistance. This is its range, but the main underlying trend, it's still moving in an uptrend. So there, whoa, we someone sent $5 Singapore. Thank you, Soiki, for Chris pala from Singapore who sent $5 Singapore. Thank you. Yeah, means a lot. He's asking for BSC, ERIT, DMC, and nickel. Maybe let's look at nickel and ERIT also. So this is for Chris from Singapore. So let's look at DMC. This is for you, Chris from Singapore. I'll put the moving averages on here. Okay, so this is how it looks from a moving average perspective. I'll zoom in a bit. MACD is already below zero, meaning it we're seeing a shift, no, in terms of trend into something that's more bearish. I'll try to erase this so you see it better. What's interesting, it's also below the 20 and 50-day moving average. And if you'll allow me to show this to you, it's sloping already. It's starting to slope down. So key level to watch out for is the 100-day moving average here and the 4.74 level. So currently, while this video is being created, the stock is MACD is already below zero, denoting a more bearish undertone. It's below the 20 and 50-day moving average. It's breaking down from the 5.6 resistance. This particular upward line is somehow, because of last Friday's movement, broken, and this previous support is now working its way as a resistance. So please do note that if it does not go past this level, current trajectory is it goes back to the 4.74 level, which the MACD is already showing us that it's relatively bearish to begin with. So layers of support, last layer of support to protect it is at the 4.47 level, which is where the 200-day moving average is as of now. Um, I want to also talk about what ay may sabi ko ERIT, but we've been doing a lot of videos on ERIT already, but ayan, this is how it is. As you can see right here, it's currently consolidating with the resistance at the 32.1 level. You plot this also. This is its uptrend basically. So if it breaks past the 32.1 level, then you may see it build another base, and you may see it continually push up and go up and continually grow further. So as you can see right here, uh, this was its thin consolidation, which started August and broke out from November. So it was consolidating for 2 months, then it started to push massively up. So this is what's interesting about ERIT, and we've made so many videos about it that ERIT doesn't just give you dividends, but the higher prospects of dividends that you can get from it, the higher the possibility of yield, the bigger the chance that people will be willing to buy it at a higher price. And because they're willing to buy it at a higher price, you see the stock start to push up. And that's where ERIT is as of today. Uh, okay, Rafael Usa has a good question. He's asking if I can explain shortly what short selling is. I'm gonna explain it if this is something that adds value to you. Comment below, guys, if you want to know more about short selling while I drink some water lang. So comment short selling if you guys want to know more about it. So basically, sige, I'll answer it na rin. Short selling is basically you are under the belief system that you believe the stock will possibly go lower. You believe that, for example, the stock is currently at 10 pesos, but you believe at 10 it's currently overpriced. At 10 you believe that it currently has the ability to go lower, say at 8 pesos per share. So short selling means that because you believe it will go lower, you are making a short under the guise that if it goes to 8 pesos, you make money on the downside. So how does that happen? The opposite of going short is going long, and meaning that if you buy a stock at 10, it has the ability to go to 12. Ulitin ko, short selling is basically you buying a stock with you thinking that there might be a decline in the price of the stock. On the flip side, going long is you buying a stock at 10, believing that it's going to go higher 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So the thing about that is this, when you short sell, you sell first and then you buy it back later on. So the problem about that is when you short sell, since you don't own a share, you have to borrow it. So you are borrowing it from people, institutions that actually own shares. And this is where it gets a bit tricky, because when you start borrowing something in any point in life is you have to pay interest. So that's one of the biggest risks that are attached to short selling. uh, when you start to short sell, you are actually borrowing shares, and as you're borrowing shares, you pay interest for it. Either if it goes up or it goes down, you pay an interest off of it. So now, here's the thing. So you believe that it's gonna go down. Comment below if nakakasunod kayo. That if not, I'm gonna make another video on this, and then let's see how I can give you value also explaining short selling. But I'm happy we have 653 people watching us right now, both on Facebook and YouTube. That's very interested about it. But as it started to, as it goes from 10 to 8, what happens is at 8 pesos, you buy it back. And as you buy it back, you return the shares that you borrowed back to the original owner. So baliktad siya. You sell it at 10, pagbaba ng 8, you buy it back, and then you return it to the owner. So you pay interest, yung baba niya, kumita ka ng 2 pesos or to whatever denomination you're using, babawas mo yung interest, yun yung kita mo. The problem with that is this. What if instead of going to 8, the stock goes to 12? So not only do you lose money from interest, you also lose money from it going up. So you lose 2 pesos. And the problem with shorting is the upside is unlimited. Meaning, if the stock goes to 20, pinasok mo 10, your entire capital is wiped out plus the interest that you're paying. The problem there is if it goes to 22, 23, 24, 25, kailangan mo na magdagdag. Pinasok mo 10, ano yun yung nangyari dun sa US? A lot of those hedge funds were had to add more capital because the upward movement exceeded already their actual position. So that's the risk for it. You can lose everything or kailangan mo mag-abono for you to be able to add more to it. So, yun. You have Angelo Palumbarit asking for a technical analysis book. We have that. I have in my 5 books that I've written, 2 books about it. Meron ng technical analysis. You can look for winning strategies for investing and also breaking the resistance. I'm gonna try to make more books, but the schedules have been just so busy kaya hindi ako nakapagsulat. So anyways, back to my discussion on shorting. So it places an additional risk. Unlike if you go long and then you are an investor, pwede ka maipit na wala kang binabayaran. Sa short selling, hindi ka pwede maipit because your money could literally go to zero. So there, comment below if this was something that was helpful for all of you. Then you have Patrick Miguel na nambobola na naman. Sabi niya, Pogi, grabe ka. You have Malu asking for SCC. You have Anatoly asking for Glow, FGen, and Meralco. We've talked about Meralco already. Mira Taboras asking for APB, VI. Jerome's asking for Green and Tech. We're done with Green. Grace Gomez is asking for Dito and APL. Archie's asking for Green, MRC, APL. We've talked about APL already. Lou is talking about asking PLC. You have Rafael Usa, also GameStop in the US. Ayan, we just discussed that. Gerald Bacal is asking for JFC and GT Capital. You're welcome as well. Sige, let's do Dito, GT Cap, and maybe sige, what do you guys want me to prioritize first? GT Cap or JFC? So let's see, what can we talk about here? Sabi ni AXJ, sabi niya GT Cap. Sige, let's do GT Cap first. So this is where GT Cap is. Okay. So as you can see, paano tapos na to? Na-analyze na natin. Hindi pa ba natin na-analyze? So GT Cap support is 593. Resistance is 581. Nalito na ako. Alam ko din-discuss namin ito sa Stock Smarts today, not here. But anyway, support for GT Cap is 519. Resistance is 518. As you can see, and I've been highlighting this in a lot of videos, it really needs to escape this long-term massive downtrend that it has not escaped yet. And if you look at it, this massive downtrend started January 2018 when the PSEI hit an all-time high. So as of now, it has not broken past this. Most likely, it's still in this massive downtrend. And if you'll allow me to zoom in further, ito yung current progression niya. If 519 does not hold, there's a shot that it goes as low as 454 as well. But it got protected last Thursday by the 100-day moving average as it dipped somewhere around the 500 peso mark. So that's where we are for GT Capital. For Dito, let's look at the progression. This is Dito right now. Dito, current resistance is 12.15. Current support is 10.78. And as of now, also, it's still currently consolidating with your main support level at 10.78, your main resistance level at 14 pesos, and your near-term resistance, which is relatively weaker but confirmed by the 20-day moving average, is at the 12 peso mark. We have Jerry asking for FNI, Roderico asking for JG Summit. Hello to you, GT. Ayan na, we have people saying where they're from. We have Ahel Mendoza from Sweden. Si Alan talaga, to the moon daw yung the moon daw yung GME. Sige, Rex is asking for JFC. I'll buy again after the big net foreign selling volume. So this is JFC. We mentioned this last week that it was still relatively breaking down. No, I'll plot the support resistance here, but I'll put the moving averages on so it's easier also for you to understand it. I just want to note also that RSI for JFC is already, it's in oversold levels already. But if you'll also plot it right here, you can see that this is a support level. You have another one here. Then the possible retracement will bring it around this particular level for JFC. So that's the progression levels. Should selling continue, next possible support is at 168.92. If that does not hold, next possible support is at 150.73. So current support levels right now are close to where the 100-day moving average is, and close to where the 200-day moving average for our next level of support. MACD is bearish. RSI is already oversold. So please do note again, 168.92 support, 150.73 support. Current resistance is at the 1.86 level. So this is the current progression of where JFC is as of now. APL. Okay, Mary Grace is asking for JFC. You're welcome, Alvin. Amira's asking for AP. AP. By the way, forgot to mention this. For those that are interested in knowing more about this, we're doing a Zoom class end of Feb. End of Feb, start of March. The link is in the description below. Topics that we will discuss there. It's gonna be live, so and interactive. We're gonna talk about candlestick, support and resistance, trend lines, MACD, moving averages, DMI, RSI, Chaikin Money Flow Index, Bollinger Bands, Fibonacci retracement, Elliott Wave, candlestick charting methodologies. Then we're also gonna add ADOs in the mix. Then we're also gonna add ADX. So certain aspects that will help you analyze stocks from a volume perspective, from a trend perspective, from a price and momentum perspective. So I hope to see you there. Link is in the description below, and I hope that it really gives you value. And what I've realized is Facebook live sessions are good also to create awareness about trading and investing. But for those that are serious as well, that want to learn more about it, That's where we go into a deep dive and somehow discuss the concepts about it. So here are some of the support levels for AP. You have a support level at 25.6 and another one at the 24.32 level. If I'll try to interlace a downward trending slope here, you would basically see this. So similar to what we're seeing in Puregold, Meralco, it's starting to progress downward once again. If you're going to put MACD in it, it's also below zero, denoting a more bearish undertone also. So I want to show this. If I'll project this line further right here, you will possibly see this. AP is currently still in a downtrend. It just broke below the 25.6 support. It's trying to break below the 24.3 support. If I will put the 20-day moving average, it's bearish. 50-day moving average, it's bearish. 100-day moving average, it's bearish. 200-day moving average, it's bearish. If I'll put the RSI in, which also could confirm some bearishness, is currently at oversold levels. So possibility, no, yung interesting sa AP is if it gets sold down even more, it could possibly come back to its price when markets drop during the lockdowns, which was right here. So next possible support level is at the 23 peso mark. Should selling continue? So again, a lot of the stocks that we're looking at have been sold down, but they're currently also oversold as of this point in time. Water break. Oh, by the way, pala, for those asking about my second book, Winning Strategies for Investing, I think they're gonna restock it again in Shopee. You can most likely end of the week available na siya for those who were asking kailan magkakaroon ng stock. The stock is coming sometime this week. So end of the week, you can start ordering once again. So link is in the description below. Anyways, Jude's asking for AC, Seb, Edwin Remo from Doha, Qatar. Hello to you. Anton Ongkal. Oy, interesting yung XRP early today, no? A friend who used to be from Dubai is now on the Bukidnon. On tep, sabi niya, naginising niya ako XRP pushed up, which totoo, no? Early morning today, we saw it start to push up, and it's very interesting using the eToro app na sobrang dalit to move from cryptocurrencies to commodities and trade US stocks. And I think that's one very, very interesting I guess facet of multi-asset platforms is that you can switch from indices to copying people to individual stocks as well. So anyways, okay, you have Leonardo Otor who's asking for IMI. So sige, let's look at IMI here. IMI, no, it's still continuing its solid and massive breakout. I think we talked about this also last week that as of this point in time, IMI is continually breaking out. MACD is bullish, showing you a continuous movement upward. All of our moving averages as well are confirming the bullish move after the breakout of the 9.44 mark for IMI. You're welcome. Sige, there's a question I saw a question on Converge, no? Yan, Converge. CNVRG. So yes, it's consolidating. Support levels 15.45. Resistance is at the 17 peso mark. If the 15.45 level does not hold, the current retracement for it is at around the 13.96 level. So there, I hope you guys learned a lot from this, and I hope that this was something that was interesting. Comment below if you guys have any other questions, suggestions, or what link is this? Are you asking for StockSmart Zoom? It's in the description below for those who want to know more about it. We have our YouTube community member Louis Cesar. Louis, we talked about Puregold already. So what I'll do is for our community members, let's look at Wilcon. For Wilcon, no, it's consolidating. Resistance is 18, support is 16.92. Currently, Wilcon is interesting. When a lot of the stocks in the market dropped, Wilcon is still consolidating, but it's also close to the resistance. So, failure to continually break the 18 level, current trajectory for it is to go to the 16.92 support. MACD is currently flat. RSI is not yet oversold. It's below, though, the 20-day moving average. It's bouncing, though, from the 50-day moving average as well. For those that are asking for short selling, we just discussed it also now. Nicole Maham, I'm 17 years old. Ano po magandang online brokers? You can check my videos in YouTube. We have several videos under the brokerage category. So there. I'll put this video to a close na, guys. If you guys have any other questions or stocks, just feel free to put it in the comment section for both Facebook and YouTube. And then maybe tomorrow or sometime this week, uh, we're gonna make more of that as well. So yun lang. Just wanted to fulfill what I needed to also do for all of you for the stocks by request. But let's just continue everything next week for you guys. So thank you so much for joining us, and to everyone, happy weekend. And for those that experience a lot of selling, and especially you're new, please do note that that's part of the game. That's how the markets work. Normal talaga na babagsak yung market. It's what you do when it drops that will define how your portfolio will be. It's what you do also and what you learn when you lose money that will define also uh, how you are. Every time you lose, always look at what's the learning. Every time you lose, you don't have to blame people around you. You just have to see what do I need to improve to get better as I start investing and trading the markets. So to everyone from Manila, I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. To everyone from Facebook, God bless you. To everyone from YouTube, smash the bell so you get updated every time I come up with new content. Hit the like button if this is something that you appreciate. For those in Facebook, share this if you like financial learning, investing to be something that is widespread across Filipinos. So God bless you all and happy weekend.